I'll train you to spin fire. The NFT analyzer, diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From meme coins to tokens, he's got all the intel. Web3 is a tree, show you where to excel. He's got the insights like a digital magician, unveiling secrets of the blockchain with precision. Wild stories from the web is always.
All right, good morning, Mega GMs. Welcome to the Swarm Report, guys. Yo, like, what a weekend, dude. Really eventful weekend here. We're kind of back. We're kind of back. Dude, I'm really looking forward to getting into some market talk today. Well, we got some breaking news to kick off the show here. By the way, lock in that prediction. I'm still there. December 13th, Bitcoin all-time high. I'm with you. Lock it in. All right, guys, we're live on before our breaking news. Let's keep this on track. We're live on Abstract. We're live on X. I think we're live on Kick. And we are live on YouTube. Wherever you're watching, hit the like. It helps so much. It really does. That's like the algo fuel. But come over to CryptoSlam on YouTube. Subscribe over here. Of course, you can follow us at CryptoSlam.io on X. Some really spicy stuff coming this week. I'm really excited about this week here. First, like so many reasons, man, but we've been cooking. So excited to share some some big news this week. Stay tuned. What's up, Sovereign? Good to see you, man. Gravity GMs. Again, pretty freaking fun weekend. Follow us at SlamAI_XYZ as well. All right, let's hit that breaking news. Boom. We got rumors end of last week. Little tease from Coinbase. When was that actually? Hang on. Man, I don't know why I need music today. Might get some jams going here. Tease on Friday from Coinbase that, it looked like they're teasing a token LAUNCHPAD. Sure seemed like token LAUNCHPAD. With today is the date for some kind of announcement. Man, it is a token LAUNCHPAD. Pretty big news. I wonder if this is going to accelerate us towards like more tokens being worth nothing. It's a different conversation, but yes, Coinbase new token. We'll call it a LAUNCHPAD. ICO platform probably has to do with Echo. I guess we're going to find out if it's like Echo kind of repackaged or what, but their first token they're going to ICO there is Monad. Pretty spicy token to be launching there that already has like, it has Web3. It has crypto Twitter. It's got the culture thing down, kind of. That said, I don't know a ton of people. I know plenty of people who are like, we're farming Monad, who are interested in it, who've got a token allocation. I don't know anybody. You guys tell me if I'm wrong. I don't know anybody who's like bullish on Monad itself. That might just be my, kind of circles. I don't know. But all of a sudden, Monad becoming the first token launching on this Coinbase LAUNCHPAD. Dude, pretty spicy if you get those different type of buyers in. Like, is that our super normies? Is that right? It's retail. It's that next ring out of retail. We got a lot to learn from this still. Is there going to be a KYC? I assume KYC, right? I think even on Echo, you had to KYC. But it's pretty darn big news. You then assume that anything launched here instantly has a Coinbase listing, right? So we know on Coinbase right now, you can see virtuals agents, like a lot of the base tokens. Now, it might be anything through Aerodrome is listed on Coinbase now. Or you can buy through Coinbase, not just on the DEX part. But I have a feeling here, anything that launches here, and again, we have a lot to find out about this still, but I wonder if anything that launches here is actually Coinbase listed right off the bat. It's pretty big news to start the day, so we'll keep our eyes on that. I'm going to skim kind of throughout the show for any more like Well, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Is like official announcements from Coinbase and actually from Monad. So here we go. Monad announcing the Mon public sale, first ever sale on Coinbase, kicks off next Monday on Coinbase. So I'm kind of curious where that's going to show. If it's a whole separate site. It's open for 5 days. 7.5% of the token supply. This is similar to like Virtual's Unicorn, right? At 2.5 cents per mon, and you can bid up to $100,000. Dude, after seeing what happened with Mega ETH, and we got a little drama in the Mega ETH world over the weekend here too, but after seeing what happened on Mega ETH, we need to watch. Look, I don't think this cycle's done. In fact, I'm more than bullish still on what's still coming this cycle. Some stuff we'll talk about today, in fact. But I wonder if there's going to be this concentration to like, quality. I think we kind of assume that's coming here. I don't know if you put Monad in that category, but maybe. But we have to watch. We have to wait and see if that's how this starts playing out. It's big news. Big news. All right, let me just peek if we have any other headlines. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see Coinbase's tweet. Token launches got a whole lot better. Early access to your favorite tokens. Real supporters are prioritized. Sustainable token distribution. U.S. users can finally join. Yeah, that's pretty damn spicy. Sorry, I'm like digging while we're live because it is so new. All right, we're not going to read a whole blog post, but okay. We'll keep our eyes out for tweets that are breaking this down. We'll see what else, but for now, we wait, we watch. Big news. All right, big news this weekend again. Stuff that was like market moving, at least like brought some life back, a little hopium back, right? We had Donald Trump suggesting that we start offering 50-year mortgages. Stupid. It's where we're at. But something to stimulate the housing market. It's something. Not saying it's good, but it's something. Bigger than that, though, was yesterday morning. This is actually a lot of fun being live, getting to chat about this yesterday. But the end of the government shutdown is the biggest catalyst for this market to get back to, banana zone, we hope. Yeah. Sounded yesterday there was like rumors that government might reopen, right? They were going to take another vote yesterday. It actually passed. As the day went on yesterday, like it started sounding more and more likely that it was actually going to pass. We were going to see the government reopen. We also had talk about the stimmy, $2,000 stimmy. Again, both these things get the market kind of back on track. We're going to look at the market here, but kind of work. So those rumblings about government reopening, end of the shutdown, I hope for you cats, dude. Yeah, it's whatever it is, feels like it's not far off. It sounds like it's this week thing. We'll pull up Polymarket and look too. Those odds have shifted to I think it's like the 12th through 16th, something like that. 86% chance last I saw, probably higher than that now. But again, it was fun. It did pass yesterday in the Senate, 60-40. This moves on to the House. I think this is how it works. Moves to the House now for a vote. That vote would not be today. I don't believe that's a today thing. Or if it's today, it's not till later in the day. Actually, I think it could be today. It would be later in the day. And I don't know if it takes effect right away. For whatever reason, it sounds like there's still like a day or two waiting period for us to like officially be reopened. But we're on the way. Government probably going to be reopened this week, which is great. Now they're just kicking the can down the road and not far down the road. Right. So they're going to fund the government through January 30th. So for like 2.5 months, which is good enough to get it done and get these guys actually working together. But we're going to be right back here end of January. I have a feeling. So guys, like just consider this market turning around. If it starts getting hot again, consider we might be right back here the end of January. And if you're thinking 2026, we've got a really fun time in the market. I do. But with Trump, I just assume any of that can get busted at any moment, right? Any moment. Kind of like we saw all year here. Kind of like we saw all freaking year. I'm worried about that being next year, and that we keep seeing things that Trump doing things, saying things that just screeching halt to any momentum we get, and that could crush us next year. It could. So January 30th, what if we have another shutdown then? Right at the time where the market's supposed to be probably at its best. There we go. Thank you, Cats. Yeah, okay. Probably not till Thursday or Friday. House has to come back and pass, then send to the president to sign. Okay, so yeah, later in the week then. I actually like that. That gives us a whole week for people to like just have fun and start speculating. Great. We'll see. Yeah, there we go. Hoping to have the House vote by Wednesday. Yeah, we'll see. But market again looking pretty nice right now. Are those ever going to come, Gravity? Is that ever actually going to happen? I like how people try to spin it. They're like, oh, no, the Trump thing in the files, the reason they're not releasing it is because Trump is an informant. You heard that? You guys have heard that spin on it too? It's crazy. It's all crazy. What's up, Luna? What's up, Sir Billy? Good to see you guys. We'll take it. We'll take it. We need to finish the week up. Bitcoin right now 106, ETH 3600, Ripple 255, BNB almost back to 1,000. There we go. Picasso, good morning. Solana 168. Again, heading back in the right direction. Really, really happy to see it. We needed it. Also, whatever. No, Luna, I didn't see it. I need to check. That's great. Oh, Gravity, and I missed that too. Okay, I need to go. I need to do some digging today. Ooh, spicy stuff out there. I love it. Quickly, looking at ETF volume over the weekend, we looked back at this. On this show, we didn't, so we do it now. Friday, Bitcoin ETF volume, 558 mil in outflows. ETH, I think, was like 220. Let's check. Let's see how good the memory is. Yeah, wait, not good. Memory not good. 46 mil in outflows. Now, I do remember Solana opposite. Solana up. I think 12 mil. Again, we'll see. We'll see how the brain's working. Hang on. Let's go to Solana. Let's actually go there. Hey, all right. You know, batting 500 then. 12.7 million inflows for Solana. Pretty good. All right, so little deeper. Let's get a little context here. Okay, the $2,000 stimmy wasn't really needle moving, guys. What's up, GK? Wasn't really needle moving. We talked about it, right? A $2,000 stimmy would be nice, moves the needle a little bit, but it doesn't have the same effect it would have had 2020, 2021. It doesn't have, like, right? People are not going to use that money to go degen on crypto. Some will, right? Some. You're going to be paying your bills with it. It's completely different now. Like, I think people need $2,000 now. But I don't think we're getting a $2,000 check, guys. Besson's on TV doing some interviews saying, oh, you know, yeah, that 2,000 might come from here, might come from there. He's saying, like, no tax on tips or overtime or what, right? Essentially telling you you're not getting a $2,000 check. It was like, it kind of seemed like damage control, right? Yeah, there's not a $2,000 check coming. Pretty darn sure that's not happening. Whatever. I don't think anybody was pricing that in. I don't think that was really moving the needle much. So, whatevs. But dude, I can't help but look at crypto prices. Right? I can't help. I look here. Yeah, it's not going to happen, right? Gravity. It's not fun to talk about. It's not happening. Still think we get stimmies over the next, whatever, few years. Man, stuff's going to get so weird. I cannot shake that. But I love seeing Bitcoin at 106. I like seeing ETH I like seeing our prices where we're at now. And I do this all the time, guys. I go over to Google Trends and I just like to peek at Bitcoin. I like to peek at crypto. I like to peek at agents, right? But I'm looking at crypto here and Bitcoin. Right now, we are essentially, this is like, measuring searches for the word, right? We're basically at bear market levels. I'm looking like comparing it back to like May 23, right? End of 2022. We're there right now. Public interest in crypto is basically at a 5-year low. If you can, I don't know if you can see the numbers here. Crypto, it's got a 6. 100 is the top, right? So crypto at a 6 all the way back here, May 23. Where are we at right now? Crypto's at an 8. Bitcoin's at 21. Back then it was what? Bitcoin 16. Like nobody cares. Look, either people think they missed it, and I think it's probably a lot to do with that. People think they missed the crypto thing. Like my friends that I talk to are not in crypto. They feel like that. They basically feel like that they're way too late to get into crypto. That changes when Bitcoin goes to, well, don't know what that magic number is. 150, I don't think does it. We start inching up to like 175, 180, and the talk on like cable news is 200K Bitcoin incoming, and people start talking about, I'll even jump ahead, someone like Kathy Wood's Bitcoin predictions, which is what? Hang on, I'm going to put this up here. This is actually kind of silly too. By 2030, Kathy Woods, right? Price prediction for Bitcoin's at 1.5 mil. Adjusted it down to 1.2 mil, saying that stable coins are taking over the use case of like payments. Crazy to me that somebody was using that as like a thesis for Bitcoin price, like Bitcoin for payments. I don't know. It's never totally made sense to me. But either way, when like normies, when that next ring of retail out starts hearing, I don't think they hear those price predictions. Like they hear it really casually. I don't think they hear it seriously. When they start seeing Bitcoin pushing towards 200, might be this cycle still. It might. And if it's not this cycle, whatever that means, next cycle, I believe it. I really do believe it. That Bitcoin, $1 million per coin is what's coming. If we didn't have all these whales dumping right now, we might be talking about that a little more now. When we start talking about that seriously, that's when I think those normies start coming back in, right? They are coming. They are coming. Flip side of that, James Wynn, excellent shit poster, terrible trader, or great. I don't know what he is. I'm not sure what he is, but James Wynn putting on the timeline, this is pretty wild. All in crypto actually shorting it. Shorting it. All in though. We'll see. We'll see if he's actually going to do this, but sold his entire crypto portfolio, deployed all his stables on top of his short position, saying, no joke, as all in as I can get, pedal to the metal, money where my mouth is. All right, we'll see. Either to make hundreds of millions from the leveraged short positions or go bust. He's taken that call, that prediction of Bitcoin falling here. Like this is probably in the short term to 92K. That's that next support level, right? Thinking that's where we're heading. And actually, again, all in. If he's wrong, it gets liquidated. Dude's deleting his account. Yeah, Luna, it seems, that's why I don't really believe him. Or this guy's got so much money, it doesn't matter, right? This seems like a really dumb time to be shorting anything. Or going long on leverage. It just seems like a bad time to be trading leverage. You got balls, you can make some stupid money, some life-changing money. That's true too. So I'm not here for that. But yeah, I wouldn't be shorting. I wouldn't be doing any leverage trading. And Luna, good shout there, right? 116 is that next liquidity level. Probably should do a good Marty party check-in, but yeah. Now we got really nothing but bullish catalysts coming up, in my opinion. There you go. But Luna, you kind of need to do that with size, right? For it to matter, for the free money you make to matter. Do you need to be doing that with size? This is maybe where I've always been wrong, right? Like if I'm throwing a couple grand at it, I might make $100, couple $100. Maybe I make 1,000, but for the work put into it to make like 1,000, even $2,000 is just for me not worth it. You know what I mean? But that's just a me thing, and I might be way wrong on that. Dude, thank you very, very much, dude. Super appreciate that, man. But don't fade this dude. Don't fade 4chan, bro. Glad you're checking in, bro. It's good to see you. All right, hang on. Let's see. Close them often. Free fees right on Lighter. Yep. All right. 2026, guys, is the year of the horse. Okay, what you're looking at is supposedly the 4chan Anon who, a couple months back said October 6th is the top of the market. And he actually kind of nailed it. Okay, now he's saying 2026 is going to be in freaking sane. And it might be, dude. It kind of matches up with like how I'm feeling about the market. It matches up with a lot of what I hear about the market. All these great catalysts coming, and again, cycle's different. I actually, dude, I was tempted today to not cover any headlines, not talk any. I wanted to listen to one of the most recent Raoul Pal interviews where they're talking about that we're kind of like in a new era where there's no recessions. I can see it. This is that whole AI conversation. There's some good stuff in that interview too. I was tempted to just play it today. But I guess what kills this for me is the price predictions. $1 million Bitcoin in 2026, $100,000 ETH in 2026. Dude loses me there. Kind of loses me there. Look, craziest scenario, 0.1% chance, but there's like a chance Bitcoin hits $1 billion next year. I don't think so. I think there's basically no chance, but there's a chance. ETH to 100, I just can't see. I just can't see it, dude. I can't see it. Like, I can't even give it a 0.1% chance. I can't see it. Bitcoin to $1 million, I basically can't either, but I'm like, there's a chance. So I don't know. You're the horse, maybe. Maybe. We'll see. But dude, this is like part of that reason why it gets so silly. Game plan, the US game plan at least clear. Inflate and grow our way out of 38 trillion debt via an explosive generational bull market powered by AI and robotics. It sounds crazy. It sounds like fantasy. Also, it sounds like something they have to do. And man, when I think of that whole idea of like universal higher income, like how does that work? Like where does the money come from? I've just been sitting here like chewing on that. And there's a place that makes sense. And it's as simple as this, like how it actually works in practice, don't know, but why it makes sense. If you use AI right now to help you with your job, like you see, I hope right now, how AI cuts your time, in half, in a quarter for certain things. For me, for research, it does. It really, really does. It really does. It can, like, some days, and if I have a process really locked in, I could probably get my research in a tenth the time that I used to do. And it's just using AI. You start thinking about that if you're using AI and robotics. Again, we're talking some years out, but to cut your time in, it's got to be more than half, but cut your time down, keep you productive 24/7. And I'm talking productive where, yeah, I'm there. That's my chance. It's probably the Bitcoin chance too, but for ETH, yeah, Bitcoin maybe a little high. I can't see ETH. I can't. TLDR, you have AI and robots that are keeping your business and your whatever productive round the clock, and also at a fraction of the fraction of the cost and a fraction of the time. It's hard to imagine what that looks like, but I know that idea can make sense and what that can mean and what they're going to have to do with that money and all of us who no longer have jobs. Great for you here in the States. Anywhere else, it depends. But dude, the craziest story. I feel for you guys in the UK. Ooh, now that I hope's true. Is that ETH grade coming this December, man? Big ETH upgrade coming in December. I don't know if that's the one. Let's see, maybe. Dude, if you're in the UK, they've just proposed, and I don't know if this is like official yet. Oh, proposed. They are capping how much stable coins you can hold. These guys are fucking monsters, dude. Putting a cap on how much stables you can hold. Essentially, like $26,000 worth of stables is literally your cap, which is crazy. They want to crush you guys. one of those times where I'm happy, whatever, proud, whatever, to be living here. Crypto capital world versus whatever this is. Crazy talk. We'll see with that. All right, moving on. Just a couple quick headlines that got my attention here. Little drama on the timeline. Was it just this morning? It was just this morning. Oh, dude. Yikes. No, just hide it, right? Tuck it away somewhere. Yikes, though. Hope you guys know ICO Beast. Dude's awesome. Great content creator, smart guy. I'm trying to remember. Oh, working for Kalshi now, right? ICO Beast, just awesome. Crazy story. Dude got a max allocation for Mega ETH. Dude, either shit posting on the timeline. Let me see if I got his tweet. Either shit posting on the timeline or just, sharing his like an honest take on the timeline. Yeah, here we go. This is a crazy, I think it's a crazy story. So puts on the timeline, this was Saturday. Current pre-market prices for his Mega ETH allocation worth $1 million. Says he needs to figure out a way to hedge it. Got his allocation wiped out. And crazy thing here is he's buddies with the Mega ETH guys, right? They zeroed him out. Gets no allocation now. Crazy. I don't know if I like it or hate it. I don't care. I don't care. I like that team. I like the Mega ETH team curating their holders. And if you're talking ways to, it sounds so silly, but ways to profit on your coin and treating it like this, like, I hate to, it sounds so stupid when I say it out loud, but this speculative asset, it's what it is. But they're trying to get a different kind of holder. I respect that about a project. I also think it's kind of crazy too. So all these things at the same time. But ICO Beast zeroed out, not getting an allocation. A lot of people thought this was actually fake too. Fake like a marketing stunt. It's not. It's not. Heard Bread Guy on the Modern Market show this morning, and he's like, no, dude, again, ICO Beast is a friend of Bread Guy. And he's like, no, it's just like we had to do it. People who openly discuss plans to OTC or hedge their Mega ETH positions get a refund, no allocation. They actually did it. So you can buy the token with the goal of making money in a year, right? You got to lock up your tokens, right? But if you talk about it, if you talk about gaming it right now, you're out. I don't know. Crazy. Hey, you know what? Crypto's evolving. It's all it means. All it means. Crypto's evolving. I feel bad for the dude too. But yeah, it's a giant L. All right, let's do some virtuals talk. We got a really cool headline coming from virtuals, and there's some really great launches coming up. Oh, I didn't even say it before, but we got a great project coming on tomorrow. Reply Corp coming on the show tomorrow. I can't wait for that one, man. I'll get an announcement out later today. But just a heads up, this launches Wednesday. Really cool platform, like really, really freaking cool. Coming on the show tomorrow. Can't wait for that chat. Again, we'll have a tweet out today. But that one's cool. That one might do really, really well. Okay, announced today. I love this, dude. I love this. Luna.fun. We saw this launch a few months back. So right, it's token launchpad, but it's also it's like content. Eyes wide shut again. Thank you, man. We should dev a Solana coin on the weekend. Share the creator awards. We can vote on what to dev. Dude, I'm always thinking about a way we could do something. I don't know what that means, but always thinking, kind of always down to. There's a way to do it. Like a good way to do it, right? Like actually do something like real, and yeah, we could figure something out. I'm sure. But check this. Luna.fun, launch a token. It launches like content with the token too. kind of that simple. Next evolution of this, and I love this, dude. I love it. Okay, you launch a token on Luna.fun. They're saying it powers its own content engine, which I kind of picture it launches an agent. I think it actually launches like an agent with the content and the coin. I think this is super cool. It then can hire other agents to make media, make memes, right? Amplify reach, capture attention value. This is cool. This is where we start getting I think this is more important than people might realize. This is maybe our first glimpse at like that agent economy where, okay, in the long run, and actually this was in that Raoul Pal interview from a few days ago too, talked about that agent economy. It's going to be as big as we thought it was going to be. It's just really early right now. That I think is one of the first signs we're going to get of it, or one of the first like tastes of it. Just meme coins. Agent launches a coin, or let's just say the coin is an agent coin. It hires other agents to promote it and maybe influences them to buy it. I think this is our first great example of that agent economy. I think this is super freaking spicy. Each AI generated content produced by an agent, coordinated and attributed through ACP, settled automatically through X402, enabling agents to earn rev while users scale content. Yeah, there's something really freaking spicy here. We'll see how big it is, right? Like, does it move? Oh, on BNB first. Oh, I like that too. I like that a lot, man. Right? There's so much on BNB of people like, dude, there's some serious money there, and I think people that are like looking to catch like another wave, like catch a meta, make something theirs, and if it's like this agentic economy thing, there's something there. So we really got to be watching this, staying on top of it. That could get spicy real quick. And again, at the minimum, it's us getting to watch like an economy in action, like an agent economy. That's really freaking cool. Really cool. All right, let's look at these AI tokens. Try to get a feel for where we're at. Let me refresh too, because we're not up in line with the rest of the market. In fact, down in the past 24 hours, just about 1%, $8.26 billion market cap here for agents. Kind of broader, but the AI, let's say AI tokens. Top agents by market cap, it's Tibber on top, Fartcoin, Toshi, AIC, and Rect. On infrastructure virtual, how are we looking there? Yeah, almost to a mil. Excuse me, a bill. FET, DCAI, AIA, down to 287 mil after pumping to what, like 2 bill last week? Crazy, like crazy crime there. IOTX. And then in DeFi, still watching, man. I'm still watching DeFi. I'm still waiting for that big disruptive moment. But Venice, Banker, AI Tech, Olas, and Cortex. That one sector, man. That one sector. And then by mindshare, it's Elsa AI on top, Warp, Cookie, Virtual, and CXT. Who else we have here? I'm just looking for someone, especially the ones that don't have a token yet. Plan CK, not familiar. Wow, AIXBT, 65 mil. Just crazy how different it is. Crazy. Just different time. Okay. Quickly looking at some of our trending tokens, top movers here. Luna, not surprised, right? Again, the Luna.fun news up to 18 mil FDV. PRXVT launched this weekend. I think I was going to say a prototype agent, but no, let me double check. No, that's a unicorn. That's a unicorn launch. So kind of quietly launched this weekend. I saw a little talk on the timeline about it. Mute is cooking. Look, privacy meta, kind of tied to the neobank meta, going to be baked into ACP as well. I still need a big bag of this regret not doing it a couple days ago. But like, I said over the weekend too, I'm not spending yet. And even when we move, I'm not ready to start spending till I see something. You'll know the moment, right? You know the moment where you get that you get something that happens in the market. You're like, okay, no, officially, yeah, we're definitely back now. We've not hit that yet. We definitely haven't hit that yet. Ooh, okay, I like that. Like a tornado swap or whatever on 402. I just like the whole privacy meta. That's why I like mute swap, building out Monero tools. I like this one. I mean, man, I just narrative alone, I can see mute swap getting to like 50, 100 mil, like pretty big range there, but narrative alone could carry it there. My big reservation with mute swap, I could be wrong for this too, but my big reservation with mute swap is their tie to AI rocket. That's kind of it. Maybe it's not a big deal. I just not the biggest fan of AI rocket. But the privacy meta I am a fan of, and them partnering with like VPay, I am a fan of. I think I like the mute swap trade, even here, even up almost 25%. I think I still like that one a lot. That one's got some room. Yeah, I wish I grabbed it a few days ago, but I'm just not here. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not ready to start spending. Cass, are you talking like the AI rocket thing? Can V pay 100x? No. I don't know. That puts it at. Yeah, I don't know if. Okay, narrative wise, there's a chance, right? Narrative wise, like there's a chance if we get like a crazy neobank bubble. So I could see that happening, but I'm not. I don't know. I can see it over 100 for sure. If neobank stuff gets crazy, then I could see V pay over $1 billion. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just pretty sure there's some real spicy plays. Cats, it's not necessarily where they launched. It's like okay, it's how connected are they to that person? Okay, so AI Rocket gave me kind of some sketchy vibes, right? So where I start going with that is, yeah, it doesn't matter what launchpad they launched on or who helped them with the presale, but then I'm like, okay, if they're friends, if there's like a little more entanglement between the two sides, that's what starts getting me worried. That's what it is. It's just you start like it's like on X. We see who's following who, right? It's just a little info you get to know how connected are people and where are they connected, right? It's that. So I see a project connected to another that I just think is maybe a little sus. Then I'm like, okay, like let me see. It's the tiniest little factor. It's probably even a nothing burger. But like, look, all we can do is like run with the info we have, and just a little piece for me that just makes me think. Just makes me think. Oh, we have that My Chara launch too. Or Kara. I think it's Kara. My Kara. Not great. Okay. All right, let's do launches this week. We got some good launches. We got some we got some really good launches coming this week. Good test of the market. Yeah, VPay can do that 10x. VPay can definitely do that 10x. There's a lot on virtuals that I think has got room. If 26 gets as hot as I still think it can get, and that AI meta just could be so much bigger than we saw it before. I really believe that still. We could see some stuff really cook over here. Cucumber trade launches tomorrow. Let me think. Is that tomorrow still? Yeah. Yeah, tomorrow. What? Alpha platform, right? They got some terminals. It's like insights on X and on KOLs. It's also token reports, right? Trading signal, stuff like that. Pretty cool. I don't know much about this team. Yeah, like all the like in writing, it all sounds pretty good. Okay, I like the Amir partnership too, or VPN. So this is the guy behind VPay and also behind Whale Intel. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, all of a sudden this looks pretty spicy. Without him there, I'm probably not feeling the same. Reason being too, it's just like, look, everybody can say alpha reports, you know what I mean? Like token reports, that kind of, you can all say it because you can use like ChatGPT and just build out your own, like, you know, token reports. You can do it, but it's like, what insights do you have that's different from what everybody else has? Yeah. So cucumber's pretty decent then. So yeah, this is, okay. So even Amir, I think he's like on the VPay team, but I know when they launched, he wasn't VPay team. He's just like helping, advising, right? But I think I think it's the same team basically. Like, right? I think, I'm probably wrong here, but I think Whale Intel team is mostly the same as the VPay team, and maybe now is mostly the same. Maybe this is a big maybe, but maybe part of like the Cucumber team too. They might all be tied together. But yeah, that alone puts this in a must watch. Kind of feels like all those products begin to get belong together though. Cucumber Trade belongs with VPay, belongs with Whale Intel, but whatever. Did you miss Monad? Monad next week, bro. Monad ICO next week on Coinbase. Crazy. Reply Corp. Super different, super spicy. Like this one, they got a product, I think. See, okay. So like then my spidey sense is right there. Like this is not hard to do, right? But my gut was telling me all along, it's like he said, like when I first met him, he's like, oh, they're friends. I'm advising him. I'm like, I think he's on the VPay team, right? I think it's the same thing here, right? I think it's kind of the same guys launching multiple products. I don't know if that's a good thing, by the way. And I'm probably reading it wrong too, but I don't know if that's a good thing if that's the case. I don't know. My alone feeling that way. I don't know. And I like him a lot. He's great. But yeah, I think when VPay came out and I was chatting, it felt like to me more than like advising. It felt like it's his product. Also, he could have like stepped into that role too, in a way. Could have helped him, and then whatever. There's a million stories I could make up about that. Okay, again, this team coming on the show tomorrow. This launch, I think, is going to be pretty spicy. I think we're looking at a coin that's going to get to a 5+ mil market cap or FDV. So I think you're going to have a win in this token. You're going to have to figure out the levels to buy in at. But this looks great. Did I say okay? Coming on the show tomorrow. Token launches Wednesday. But to start, 3 products, and this one's a little harder to explain, so it'll be great to have him on to explain it. But it's almost like it's almost like a directory of apps that are in the social world. It's pretty cool. Turn social media posts into viral storefronts, onboarding and more through AI powered flows in the comments. It's kind of wordy, but like there's 3 separate like products in here to start. That's what they're calling it. Social super apps. Yeah, I think what they got is pretty damn cool, and I think they've already shown they can make. I think they can make money too. So reply apps, checkout flows, app onboarding. The second one is, hang on, is this the 3 apps? Reply points, loyalty points for your social accounts. And the other one was reply web. This I think was the most interesting one. If that's, let me make sure I'm getting the right product here. TLDR, there was one that was like affiliate links. It's tracking it right through X. If you share a link to a tool, product, whatever somebody buys, you get some kind of kickback there. And it's not you doing anything other than just, what you normally do on X. So I like it. Yeah, what do you guys think about the Coinbase Launchpad thing? We covered, that was the first thing we did. What do you guys think of that? Like, let me peek if we got some new info about it too. What's up, Mickey? Good morning, man. It's interesting. I don't know if this is like speed running us now to like the end of like the ICO craze, or if we're gonna run back another like ICO craze. I don't know. I don't know. Big token have launching on Coinbase though. Again, Monad is launching on Coinbase next week. To be fair, we spent like just a few minutes on it. It really had like just broken 15 minutes before the show. But yeah, I mean, that's the TLDR. Coinbase Launchpad starting next week with Monad. It makes tokens way more accessible, right? Yeah, if that's it, I didn't see that yet even. So that's kind of cool. I actually like that a lot if it's one a month. Has anybody done a TLDR on this yet? Like a good thread? If it's one a month, I like that. It means that it's going to be like super curated. Oh, dude, I like that a lot. Okay, yeah. So there's much better info out there. If you sell, you get less next launch. Dude, I like that a lot. Yeah, let's see if we can find the TLDR. Yeah, see, there's some stuff that's interesting here. Real supporters prioritized. How? You sell, you get less. Okay, that's cool. It's got to be KYC. Yeah. Okay. So far, I like everything I'm hearing here. Okay. New standard for token sales. Unlike first come, first served, sales that fail to reach a project's real community. Our token sale design prioritizes that. Many over the few. Here's how it works. Filling from the bottom up. Algo is designed to promote broader distribution and limit asset concentration. I need to see the hows though. Token sales open for a finite amount of time. So for about a week, I think it was 5 days for Monad. I think. Oh, dude. You know what? They're kind of leaning into what Mega ETH just did too. Like they're kind of doing the Mega ETH thing. They're curating the buyers. The algo determines the final allocation for everyone. I don't know if it's this sounds like curated to some degree. Users that sell tokens shortly after they get listed, so in 30 days, receive smaller allocations in subsequent sales. Wonder how far off that is. So, okay, look at this, dude. What's kind of cool here is Launchpad Wars, right? Launchpad Wars we knew would get us to like the more perfect Launchpad thing. I like Genesis, guys. Like, I like Genesis. I didn't love everything about it, but like in general, I liked it. I liked that they incentivized holding. I like that. I liked to a degree that they penalize selling. I just don't think they dialed that in perfectly. Not saying this is now perfect, but I like that people are still leaning into that because there was part of it that worked, right? Part of it worked. So, like, man, we got a taste of it with virtuals. We got a taste of it with Mega ETH. We're getting a taste of it here. I mean, I like it. Let's see, Cats. Let's see if that one's got a good breakdown. I like it. Do we have anything new here? No. Yeah. I don't think I saw anything new there. Yeah, okay. So let's just assume that it's one launch a month. Penalized if you sell. You probably almost definitely got a KYC. But it's probably really great launches. It's probably really, really great launches. I like it. I like it, dude. I like that it's not so competitive like it steals the thunder from like a virtuals. I like that it's going to be some top tier token launches. I like that you're penalized for selling. Dude, if people that get in the private sale, screenshot on that tweet had good info. Okay. Yeah, I have a feeling we'll get more info over the day here, probably really soon, like some more in-depth stuff. But I like it. It means like once these go live, so only 7.5% of the token supply is like sold, right? TGE happens, that 7.5% not getting dumped. Most likely not getting dumped. Means secondaries, there's probably gonna be some really spicy action. GG's to you Monad guys who are getting who got an allocation too. Yep. Does KYC stop any of you guys from getting in? Like are you just not gonna touch and you'll go secondary? Also worth keeping in mind, it's at a $2.5 billion valuation, right? Kind of matters. That kind of matters. Yeah, damn, dude. I don't know if Monad is trading on or what it's trading at pre-market right now. I don't know if I love Monad at 2.5, even if that number makes perfect sense. Like I just don't know. I don't know with L2s. Or L1s, right? Just other chains that I don't know if they're proven. Who's not going to KYC? Yeah, I mean 2.5 is kind of, it's not like it's crazy, like it's like reasonable, but I don't know that I see a crazy ton of upside on that. There's some. Like it's another one of those things. I'm not shocked if this goes to 5 bill. But it's like kind of diminishing returns if you're buying it at 2.5 bill. Right? Like kind of diminishing returns there. If this were at like 1 bill, different story. 500 mil or so, like crazy, like you don't miss it. But at 1 bill, you got to play. 2.5 is kind of tricky, right? 5 bill valuation, you're 2x. Like I think we got easier 2x's out there. So yeah. Only negative, like it's not even a negative, but only thing that's got me like kind of like just a little more reserved on this. I like it all, but that's pretty high. It's pretty high. And I don't trust these other, I just don't trust these other blockchains. I just don't yet. I've just not seen any that matter, especially when, I think Base is going to eat up most everything out there. Cats, I love it. Let me put that up here. Another LAUNCHPAD. Yeah, it's going to get really competitive in the LAUNCHPAD space. I thought it already was, and nothing compared to what's coming. Here we go. AI plus ICM is coming to Base. I'm sorry, dude. That's what Virtuals is. Virtuals is ICM. Come on. OpenServe introducing the first AI native LAUNCHPAD. Founders build, launch, and scale with AI. Investors get to co-own. I like the Serve guys, right? But like, this is what Virtuals is. Virtuals is ICM. I've been saying Virtuals is ICM since Genesis started. It's ICM. This is not new. I got to understand what's different about what they're putting out there, but Virtuals is ICM, and I've been saying they need to stop talking that it's an agent LAUNCHPAD and say it's just ICM. It is. Mega ETH feels different because no one else juices the sequencer like them. Yeah. I'm with you guys. For me, Mega ETH feels different. I couldn't even tell you why. Part of it's like who's investing in it, but and like Mega ETH just is a different kind of like cabal thing. Like, it's like the bread guy, that crowd. It's just going to attract different kind of money and like mind share. Like, I feel like Monad paid to make that happen, and I feel like Mega ETH kind of is more organically like that. I like Mega ETH a lot more than Monad. Monad feels like super forced. Mega ETH doesn't. Even if it is a little, but it's not the same. Dude, I don't know. Like, so yeah, root for everybody. I'm not sure I love this. Even though it's like totally cool and fine, and I hope it does well, but like, I think we got this already. I think we got a great version of it on Virtuals. So yeah, I don't I don't know. And it's good. Hey, creator bid versus virtuals versus Coinbase versus what? Backrooms versus OpenServe now versus there's more coming. There's more coming. I've seen Monad NFTs on, I think on Magic Eden, right? I think they've got Monad. I mean, it was all testnet stuff. Hey, here's the thing. Buy Arrow. I think that's the takeaway from all of this. Buy Arrow. Buy Arrow. Hang on. What's going on in the market? Hang on, guys. You guys got me looking. So what's going on here? Like anything specific? Yeah, buy Arrow. Let me rush through this. I got so sidetracked. It was good. Butter Liquid, Hyperliquid trading through ACP. I think that was like a very, very high level TLDR. UFX, the UFO project, coming Wednesday. Wait, hang on. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Got to get him on the show. I'm not on that team. Not for any other reason other than just don't have time. But I like him. I like the project. UFO, UAP related, pretty cool. I will say, like talking to him, and it's like a hobby for him. And I think for me, I want to hear like maybe more than a hobby. Maybe. I think it's cool. I'm probably gonna be buying. I've said that about a lot of these tokens lately, but I like it. I like him. Audit Oracle verification platform. Well, we'll dive more into these later in the week too, before they launch. But I think that one's decent. Quickly, let me hit these, but I'm going to come back to Life AI because Life AI, I'm not going to say I'm bullish on it because I'm not, but I think that one's one of the most under the radar ones here. And I'm not even saying it's going to do well at all, but I'm exploring that one because I think there's a little more there than sometimes I'll glance, right? And I'll quickly read it. I'm like, moving on. Life, I'm looking at a little different. Deckard, like the name, like I like that one. It's a what is it? It's like Ethos. It's like an Ethos thing. It's a reputation platform. It's supposed to reward you for doing things like things that bolster your reputation. I don't know how that works, where money comes from, why, like it's a bunch of stuff like that. But I like reputation platforms. So interesting. I don't know. Repo we've talked about, decentralized training data for LLMs, agents, whatever. Like it. I like Repo a lot. ShopX, I'm going to stop. I don't know. No idea with those guys. Not bullish. I think that's safe to say. But let me put up Life real quick. It's another one of those ones I'm like, okay, in the ICM meta, like we're going to see a ton of like cool products. Doesn't mean they're great and doesn't mean they're going to be super successful, but they're cool and I could see some money being thrown at them, right? Life AI, TLDR here, it's a health companion, right? Helps you with like your dieting plan, probably with some workout stuff and sleep and all that stuff. You connect it to your health apps, analyzes, gives feedback, suggestions, and then somehow rewards you. This is where when I'm saying somehow rewards you, it's usually not a good sign, but rewards you for progress here. Like all that's neat, right? And I think in the long run, one of these kind of things will work. But we've seen like that step-in thing, that used to be over on Polygon, I think. Like it's that thing. I like it, but I just don't know if it works. I don't know if it's going to matter enough, especially right now. But I like it. But I'll tell you what kind of caught my attention. I don't think this is a big deal either, but like super simple. Just watching their video, going to the Senfina website, and just realizing it's part of a bigger brand, right? So going to this and it's this like fitness or like wellness technology platform. Again, doesn't mean anything, but when I see something like this and it just even going to the team page, I'm like, well, it's not just like solo dev building out his like, building out this little fun thing at the end. I'm like, oh, I think it's actually a business. Where is, yeah. Hang on, let me get to that website again. At least I know there's a team behind it here, and let me get to the team. And it's not like a make or break thing, but knowing there's a team just is a little different for me, right? As opposed to just solo dev. That simple. So like I said, it doesn't mean anything for how I think this one's going to do. It just means I'm digging into it more because I think it's not an instant throwaway thing. Might be, but I'm not sure. So watching Life AI, I think the biggest one this week though is probably Reply Corp. No, I take that back. Cucumber. These two are pretty much neck and neck. These are both really good. Cucumber Trade, and this one only because of Amir, but Cucumber Trade, Reply Corp. In fact, now I assume Cucumber Trade is going to be powered by Whale Intel, right? Still feels like it's all part of the same ecosystem, but also like, hey, I got to be consistent. I'm down with the different products having a different token. Like I get that too. These two, awesome. This one, a lot of fun. If personal favorite for me is going to be this one here, but like how well is it going to do? I don't think we have any UAP, UFO tokens out there, so I like this just for that. Part of this one, I'll tell you the one part I don't love on this is the agent's trained on like sci-fi. So I don't know why. I'm not that interested in that. I wanted an agent that was trained on real UAP stories and sightings, and I want one that you can do research with and that can start connecting some dots for you, right? I don't know if I want sci-fi. I don't want fiction mixed in. But super freaking cool guy and really cool platform and all that. So rooting for this one, might be buying in. And he'll get some exposure. Nick's working with them too, right? So Nick will get them on people's radar. I like. But yeah, biggest X factor for me is maybe the Life one. Repo going to be good too. We got some great launches coming, and now just more and more competitive. It's a good time to be paying attention, man. 2 CyberKong babies, thinking about getting more. Yeah, Mickey, it's so tricky. Like I love Kongs, and then I try to keep it really real. I don't see a ton of upside on anything NFTs right now. That's not a Kongs thing, it's just everything. Even though I think it all can pump, it's like if you're getting one to be able to flip out of it here in the next like 6 months, yeah, that makes sense. And I also think like opportunity cost locking up funds in an NFT that you got to wait 6 months to like 2x is, I don't know how worth that it is, but we'll see. Also, babies, what are they at now? 0.1, 0.2. It doesn't take much to see that 2x. So I'll say that, right? I don't think it's a bad trade. And if you're collecting, for me, collecting is just always, if you got the money and you collect because you like collecting, that's an always thing. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. But if you're trying to make like a great trade, it could be babies. But I think like I would want to stay liquid for token launches because it feels like we're about to get into a spicy. How about this? You guys think it feels like we're about to enter another really spicy like ICO meta? Like great tokens? And like, look, if we're not getting in Monad, if we're not getting in whatever the hot, like if we're not getting in Mega ETH, right? We're not getting in the major tokens that are going to billions. But do you think that inspires a whole bunch of other token launches that see some like wild price action? Like the beta plays? The derivative tokens, like, there you go, lit. So I think token meta is about to get real hot. Real hot. Remember when you vote. Good to see you, man. Welcome. Game plan for the show. Game plan. Do we have a game plan? We're here to vibe through the news and markets. And we do this 7 days a week, man. So we're here to just keep on top of things. And when there's plays to make, we make sure we find those plays, right? But right now, pretty dialed into virtuals, making sure we're on top of these projects and launches. You'll see like more often than not, we have guests on the show coming from virtuals, especially. So like tomorrow, Reply Corp coming on the show. So yeah, if you're trying to learn about projects and teams launching tokens and virtuals, especially, good place to be. Otherwise, just keeping up on the markets. I like that 2 Moonship. I think Luna might have said that before too, but yeah, play liquidity pools. Yep. Quickly, let's just touch on NFTs and then we're out because we're going a little long right now. But again, I think being liquid for some token trades pretty spicy. All right, NFTs real quick. Worst week of NFT volume in 2025. And I'm not sure how far back we got to go to find a worse week, but pretty bad. 80.5 mil in sales volume. Sellers down, buyers down. Transactions actually up. Average sale price down. And profits atrocious. 12 mil in the negative. Worst week of profits since, where is that? June, which isn't crazy, but I'm trying to see how far back we have to go to see a lower week of sales volume. Might not be too deep into 2024, but yeah, here we go. Worst week of sales since October 24. This is the last time we were lower. So yeah, worst week not just of 2025, but worst week in a year. Not a great week for NFTs. That said, couple interesting mints. This one's already closed, but the Puka mint, I mean, this was open on OpenSea. Clara's almost at an ETH. Good Lord. That's one of those ones that you know it's going to do well, and you're like, I don't know why, other than supply and meta, but like, and I like them, by the way. They were one of our early guests on the show. I like them, but also like the big thing that kept me from like staying in that project, I'm like, okay, the play is IP and AI, and I like it, but they did the IP play with NFTs before, and the price never, it just, yeah, it's not cooking today. And I kind of see Clara playing out the same. Again, I like them, but Puka, basement, NFT mint basically equals, well, they're showing it here, token drop. So I know a bunch of the Kongs bought in here. It's probably going to do decently well. I've been tempted to buy on secondary, although these are now under mint. So you get a multiplier. You get a multiplier if you minted. Otherwise, though, buy them on secondary now cheaper than the mint price, and you are going to get a Puka token allocation. It's a big IP in like Korea. So I'm kind of tempted to grab a few of these just to get a token allocation. If you plan to do that, by the way, like just make sure you know when they're taking a snapshot. You don't want to buy after snapshot, of course, and right, pretty obvious thing. Just peek at our top collections here. D-Market. Anything stand out? ETH X402. Okay, some probably silly collection playing on the 402 meta. Nothing standing out here to me. Moonbirds with some volume, Pudgies. I mean, it's not crazy volume at all. So NFTs feeling dead-ish. And I love NFTs, man. Like, nothing will change that, but pretty dead here. And like where I'm normally waiting for a bottom, just different right now. Just different right now. There's so many people who just think NFTs dead and gone and never coming back. And I'm not there, but you know, like I talk about what prices I really think we'll see. I don't think we see those prices yet, but not a lot of conviction out there. Not a lot of buyers for NFTs. So we'll see. Imaginary One's partnering with these guys too, though. So keep your eyes on that. Again, yeah, I'm with you, Gravity. I don't know if these IP plays matter in their tokens, but Imaginary One's little collab with Puka, we'll see. We'll see. Pranksy's minting his House of Pranksy NFT. Is it tomorrow? I think that kicks off tomorrow. Unlimited supply. This, man, he might raise a ton of money here. Open edition, always open. 0.1 ETH mint. Gets you access to a Discord. Gets you access to like whitelists and stuff. And then you can have the close friend mint. There's only 250 of them. They're 1 ETH to mint. Only good for a year. Gets you more exclusive, like probably Discord access, but also more exclusive, like whitelist priority. Yeah, I don't know. I want to mint it to support Pranksy because I like Pranksy and I kind of started. Like, I feel like NFT boxes is what kind of gave me my start as far as like doing stuff, working in the space, right? I mean, I'm thinking about it. Like the way I got into CryptoSlam was meeting one of the guys in NFT boxes, a guy who was like buying NFT boxes, NFTs. So like, I kind of want to support Pranksy. Dude doesn't need my support. Dude's made probably like, honestly, Pranksy might have made like $500 million on NFTs, which sounds crazy, but he might have. He actually might have. This guy made so much money. Like some people don't realize how much money those top whale dudes made in NFTs, and it's like in the hundreds of millions. So. Anyway, that's coming up. if this were, man, if I were more liquid and like, right, different timing of the space, I would spend 0.1 ETH to like support Pranksy and what he's doing. I'm not sure about right now, but maybe. Azuki FUD this past weekend. Azuki, like people looking at this as changing direction. We're not going deep, just mentioning. But Azuki not focusing on the Web3 stuff, focusing on IP through card game. That's kind of their game plan, and manga and an anime at some point, right? Like that's their game plan. Less focused on NFTs. Caused some controversy mentioning that things changed with royalties going away. It's not a controversial take, it's what happened, but people misread that as founder bitching that he's not making royalties, so now pivoting, not making money from royalties, right? It's like, I get it. Also, people are silly. Man, this one's so interesting. Launchpad Wars. Knew it's coming. God, I love NFTs, but yeah. All right, let's wrap there. Dude, really excited for tomorrow, though. I like the Reply Corp guy. I like the project. The project really does sound interesting. It really does. So they're on tomorrow. Show kicks off at 9 a.m. Eastern time. Reply Corp comes on at 9:30. So we'll do some market talk. We'll get them on for the second half. And then we'll get some guests throughout the rest of the week too. So looking forward to a pretty stacked week here. And then we got announcements coming. So again, make sure you're following all the places. Subscribe to CryptoSlam over on YouTube. SlamAI _XYZ on X. CryptoSlam on X, wherever that was. You know where it is. CryptoSlam IO on X. And man, we will see you tomorrow, guys. Have a great day. Goodbye.